Okay, so this is the final family for the like brownstone series that we've been doing for quite some months now. And this family is the Pont du Lac. Basically, I wanted them to have a like Creole sounding name because I wanted that to be like part of their backstory. And also, I did watch Interview with a Vampire, like the new show from AMC, while I was making this family. So I wanted them to have the same like last name as like a little like shout out, I guess, to that show. And so yeah, so basically the backstory is this scene that we're making right now is the eldest sister. They're basically all siblings. And I'm imagining like their parents were like old and they probably like died or something. But nothing like super tragic, but just in like they were old, so they died way, not in like a tragic accident or anything. And so the eldest sister, her name is Elodie, and I feel like she's like, of course, usually pretty responsible as most eldest sisters are, and she owns a like soul food restaurant in the most Princess and the Frog cliche way possible. And so she has like decent money coming in so she can like maintain the house, and like she still like will charge like her siblings a little bit just so that way they can like maintain their responsibility, but like nothing crazy because she really doesn't need it. It's more just to like make sure that they feel like adults and not just like slightly older teenagers. And so we get to it later, but she wears this like a heart necklace. And I imagine that would be like a gift from like her parents or something. And I'm imagining it's more like a locket, but like we don't really have any lockets in game. So I'd imagine it's a locket filled with like her family that like her parents gifted her, and so she like never takes it off, again in like the most cliche way possible. But I enjoy her a lot actually, and I gave her some really cool tattoos because I enjoy her a lot actually. And so right now I'm pretty sure she starts off as an adult, like a young adult, and then I make her into an adult later because I feel like she's old enough to be an adult. Yeah, but she is definitely like for the girls only, so I like specify that when I made her in CAS. Like I'm pretty sure I like, get to it at the end when I give her like her traits and stuff. But yeah, basically she's just sort of the actual owner of the house, and like she sort of is reflected in the decor of the house. Because obviously she would be the one that made like all of the decorating decisions because she's the one who like owns the house and makes it funny to even think about decorations. So yeah. And so I tried to keep her like color scheme very brown, like very brown, because I don't really dress a lot of Sims in brown. I kind of like neglect that color a lot, and so I really wanted to give her like all the brown stuff I could possibly think of. Oh, and then this is where I go back and like add the heart locket to all of her outfits. So I, again, really feel like she like never takes it off, so I'm pretty sure I add it to her sleep outfit too. Yeah, and then I make her an adult because I think that's fun. And I give her all of her like specifications. And I made her ambitious because I feel like she's like really all about that restaurant, proper and family oriented at first, but then I changed it to generous because her like aspiration trait already had something to do with family. So I tried to keep like the traits more with more of like variety. So if something is already like, if I have a creative sim, I won't give them the creative aspiration traits thing because then it's like double. And I like to, we only have like 4 options for traits straight out the CAS block, so I try to keep the first 3 traits like a bit more diverse. And I don't like to like double it up. And then this sim is the like middle sister, and her name is Evangeline, and that was entirely from Princess and the Frog. But basically, she is a teacher, and I get like a new teacher, I feel like, and so she's trying to find like a work-life balance, and you can definitely see that in like her room. When we get to like the build video. But yeah, I make her just like young. And I wish that we could like specify how young or like the age specifically in CAS, because sometimes I want to make like a young adult that's like halfway through their lifespan and not just like a fresh new young adult every time, because I feel like she's like a little bit further into young adulthood than like her brother, who's like the youngest, who I feel like is like brand new young adult. But yeah, and like there's no specifications for that, so it kind of sucks a little bit, but like I get it. I try to keep her more like purple. Like really, yeah, just like straight up purples. Like a lavender or like a lilac, which I understand are like two completely different two completely different colors, but like yes. Both of those at the same time. And I gave her like a nose piercing in the like opposite direction than I usually give my Sims piercings. So I thought I was really brave. And I deserve a little bit of applause because I did things that I don't normally do. But I really enjoy Evangeline's like look. I think it really works for her as like a Sim. And I tried to keep all of like her outfits very like young coded, but not like overly young, but very like young adults young. And to make her a creative perfectionist and a bit jealous just because like middle child syndrome. Creative because I want her to be like trying out all these like different hobbies to sort of like channel that creative energy into someplace. And then this is like their little brother Louis, who literally has like the name of the character in Interview with a Vampire. And yeah, he's just sort of there. But like he's not a bad younger brother. I feel like he's like a professor's assistant in like a work study program for grad school, because I feel like he's in grad school, because I think that he wants to be like a professor, which is funny because like the two younger siblings are doing some sort of like teaching profession while the eldest sister is a restaurant owner and chef. So you know, they all kind of went in different directions but different reasonable directions. I feel like he's not like completely irresponsible, or at least not on purpose. But like he has like an element of irresponsibility but also responsibility. I'm really wanting to play off the like duality of man and make him both responsible and irresponsible at the same time. Like I feel like he's like responsible in terms of like his academics and like any job that he has, but he's like irresponsible as in like he won't like wash the dishes or like clean up his laundry at home or something. Like I think that that's an interesting sort of dynamic to play off of. And I keep him mainly like yellow, like mustardy yellow. I always try to give my Sims a color scheme and like really stick to it as much as possible, because I don't know, I feel like it makes them feel like they have like distinct personalities if they like have a favorite color and they like dress in that favorite color as much as they can possibly do. And I make him a party animal that's ambitious and a book lover. And I make him like academic. And then the screenshots are like really very short. It's only like the 2. Oh, and she has a cat, and I cannot for the life of me remember what the cat's name is. But let me know what you guys think about this family. I think they might be like my favorite. Maybe the Acostas, and then them, and then the Harris family. But like, don't tell them that. Do not tell them that. But yeah.